Hi there, so we're going to take a little look today at my favourite sideline leg exercises. I'm going to get you to come and lie down on your side. Doesn't matter which side, we're just going to say top and bottom in relation to the floor and the ceiling. And we're going to come down and we're going to come into supporting our head with our hand and our elbow on the floor. If that's uncomfortable, you can come down into a folded arm, a long arm, or you could get a few pillows and have the arms out in front of you. Take a little moment to wriggle and shuffle, soften the bottom ribs back. You're going to be foot over foot, knee over knee, hip over hip. Underside hips always a little bit sneaky. Rest your head in your hands, soften your ribs. Nice. Allow the body to settle here. Again, anything going on that doesn't feel comfortable, lower the head and you'll find a little bit more length, and we can play around with that at different times. We're going to send this top hip away from our shoulder and our ear towards our heels. Fabulous. And we're going to keep our feet glued together and come into 8 clamshell or oyster openings. So we're just going to allow the knee to float up, keeping the pelvis quite quiet. So I'm going to keep my hand here. You can also have a long arm pressing into the back of the hip to just check in if it wants to rock or sway. Fabulous. That's it. Keep a little sense of length through the waistline. It might be easy to bring the head down. And we're going to open. That's it. We're going to internally rotate and go knee to knee, then go foot to foot and close. So we're going to float open in our normal clamshell oyster opening. Go knee to knee, foot to foot and close. And again, open. Knee to knee, foot to foot and close. Last one like this. Open, knee to knee, foot to foot and close. We're going to press down into the floor, so bring your hand in front of you, push your underside leg into the floor, sink and soften, allow this top leg to float up with ease. Just take a gentle crease in the front of the hip and bring the knee through, and then send the knee directly underneath you. So just warming up in that hip joint a little bit. Keep the leg bent in its 90-90 position. Great. Flex and kick in the foot and send it long and away out underneath you as if you're standing on top of it. And again, continue with those creases and point and send the leg directly underneath you. Now we do want to keep the pelvis quite quiet. You might want your hand in front of you to help stabilize the body. Same gentle fold and crease, and then point the toes directly underneath you. One more time like this. Lovely. Relax the legs down. We're going to send the legs long and away from us. So we're really on our edge, and then bring them slightly forward on a 45-degree angle out of the bottom corner of the mat. Coming into some of my favourite exercises. Press down into the floor again with that lovely long underside leg and allow this top leg to float up. We pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back as if it's directly underneath you again, and circle in the hip joint by circling the toes, golf ball sized, 4 backwards and 4 forwards. Nice, and then let them come and rest for a little moment. Have a little shake out, you can bend and soften, have a little pat out through the thigh into the hip. Send that top leg lovely and long. I'm going to get you to externally rotate your thigh bones. So your feet almost come into what would be a Pilates V, your heels together. We're going to reach the toes away. We're going to point our feet up, our top leg up towards the ceiling, flex in the heel and then draw it back down. It's out in that slightly 45-degree angle. Relax the rest of the body. Check in with your head. That's it. So we point up, heel, down and point. And down and point. Heel draws together. 4 more like this, pointing up, flex and kick down, point up, flex and kick down, point up, flex and kick down, point up, flex and kick down. And we're going in the opposite direction. So we kick up with a lovely flex foot, then point through the toes and send them reaching out long over your bottom foot. Flex up, point away, flex up, point away. The rest of the body wants to stay quiet. You can release your head down into the floor. It's quite heavy, so it helps stabilize and base you. 3 more like this. 2. Okay, start feeling it now. 1. Very nice. Have a little shake out, a little relax, a little wriggle through. In the next exercise, we're going to come in, we're going to draw those toes up, top toes up the inside seam of that underside leg to the knee. Lengthen up, flexing the heel, kick it down. And draw it up, lengthen up, flexing the heel, kick it down. Draw it up, lengthen up, kicking the heel, lay it down. Good. Yes, let's get into the glutes, the piriformis glute medius now. Can we go the opposite way? So can we kick up, bending the knee, pointing the toes, slide it down the leg. Kick up, bend, slide it down, flex up. We're pointing the toes. Last one. Good. Again, have a little shake out. Feel free to tap it forward. If you want to relax your head, you can take your chest back behind you, almost like book opening style. Just get a little yawning twist. And we come back through. We're going to move into your rond de jambe. I know I'm going to release my head down for this shoulder to be comfortable. So again, come into that external rotation of the thighs. Heels are together. Allow the top leg to float up. Now it's going to gently come forward and tap on the floor. You're going to float it up and then send it back behind you. Directly underneath you, it might go a tiny bit further back behind, but not much. Suggested breathing would be to inhale, exhale, hover and tap. Inhale up, exhale, send it back behind you. Let's do two more. Inhale, exhale, hover and tap. Inhale, exhale, send it back behind you. One more time. Rest of the body staying quite quiet. I have to use my hand quite a bit just to keep that body from rocking and rolling and coming into any little habits that it wants to. Continue sending this leg back behind you and reach the top arm, same arm as leg, in the opposite direction. So just take a little twist here. Great. Have a little shake off. Fabulous. And then we're just going to take a little switch around to the other side. So you can come up and take a little lie back down. I was checking if I'd set the timer. I don't think that I had. So we'll keep going. So we come back through onto our other side. We're hip over hip, knee over knee, foot over foot. And again, we go into our clamshell oyster opening straight away. Lengthen through the waistline, sending this top hip away. Feet stay glued together and we go for 8. 7, 6, 5, relax the jaw, they're breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel free to release your head down into the floor, long arm or folded arm. We go for those internal rotations, just 4. We float the knee up, we go knee to knee, foot to foot, and close. Keep an eye on that pelvis, and open. Knee to knee, foot to foot, and close. 2 more, and open. Knee to knee, foot to foot, and close. Last one, opening, knee to knee, foot to foot, and close. We gently press down into the floor to allow this top leg to float up with ease. And we just take a few of those gentle creases and hip openings, sending the knee directly underneath you. So it's a bit like 90-90 knee floats, and the position that we come into when we're in a bridge. So we're not arching in our spine or flaring our ribs. The rest of the body's lovely and quiet. And we're just checking in at that hip joint. We're going to take it a little bit further. We send the knee through, flexing the foot and kick it out long and away underneath you. Crease and fold, send the foot through, pointing the toes, send it back down underneath you. We flex, sideline, kick through, point. Keep an eye on that hip of mine. Flex and point. Last one here. Fabulous. Relax the legs down, have a little pat out. We send the legs long and away from us, and then directly in front of you at a slight 45-degree angle. Push down into the floor, allow the top leg to float up and pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it directly back underneath you and circle in the hip joint, making golf ball size circles with the toes. 4 in one direction. I'm going to bring my hand back in front of me. 4 in the opposite direction. Lovely. I'll let them come and rest. We're coming into that external rotation where we turn the thighs out, bring the heels together, almost like you're coming into a Pilates V in the feet. From here, we point the toes up, flex and kick in the heel and draw it all the way down. and point and flex. Breathing might follow. Inhale, exhale, and that's up to you. Play around with the position that you're comfortable with for your head. 4 more. And 3. Good. And 2. And 1. We go in the opposite way with our feet. So we're flexing and kicking up, pointing through the toes and reaching out beyond that bottom leg. Good. Lovely. Flex and kick up, point and lengthen away. Flex and kick up, point and lengthen away. Give me 4 more. And 3. And 2. Good. And 1. Fabulous. Feel free to have a little shake out or pat out. Lovely. We have that drawing of the toes up the inside seam. Lengthening the leg away, flexing the heel, drawing it back down. Drawing of the toes up the inside seam. Keep the knee up towards the ceiling. It'll be different on different sides. We can see that even in my body. Especially this side. Lovely. Last one. Now we want to take it in the opposite direction, which means we need to flex and kick up. Pointing the toes, bending the knee, and then allow it to slide down. Good. 2. Last one. And then we're going into your rond de jambe. So I'm going to relax the head down. Now I suggest you might do the same. Keeping the body lovely and heavy. We allow the leg to float up towards the ceiling. Then going to come through lovely and long. Have a gentle tap to the floor. Maybe just hover off the mat. Come up and then send it back down underneath you. Directly underneath you. Inhale. Up, exhale, forward tap, inhale, up, exhale, back behind you. And again, inhale, up, exhale, forward tap, inhale, up, exhale, back behind you. It might feel different on this side. I definitely feel it. I'm going to slightly bend that knee to help stabilize me. Inhale, up, exhale, forward tap, inhale, exhale, send it back behind you. Keep reaching it back behind you. Reach your other, your fingertips, same arm as the leg, forward. Have that lovely yawn and stretch. Allow the leg to come to the front. Give it a little tap out. Have a little shake out on your back. Lengthen the legs away. Maybe hug the knees in towards the chest and have a little rock and roll side to side. Maybe a little circle. Lovely work through the outer thighs. Fabulous. And we'll tackle those legs in a different session on a different day. Well done, guys.